So this one is getting basically a custom spec LSX 6-bolt, Kong 2650, just basically a full build. Ice tank, our custom fuel system, obviously headers, shipped it here from Canada. Should have her running in a few days.
Do some dyno. Still on pump gas right now. 970 and basically 971 and 969. It's good. It's on 21 pounds. That's probably it for the pump gas. I'm gonna put some E in it now and see how far the high side fuel system will go. Just added some E. I think it's at like around 50% now. Let it cool and come back and probably make a final pull on E. All right, we're gonna be ripping on the E85 now. Probably like one of the last pulls I'm going to do. The car, I think, came to us with like 60 miles on it. So he bought it, never drove it, besides from the dealership, and then sent it to us, and it's ready to go. That made almost 1,014 there.
But we'll probably leave it there because it's about out of fuel system already. High side fuel system, that is. Once duty cycle hits like 35 to 40, they're about out, and it just touched 40 right there at the top of the pull.
All right, we got a C6Z in, heads can, clutch, Varam. Gonna get some guesses here, Matt. What are you thinking?
472.
Ooh, you know what I'm going with.
Yeah.
469. Kyle?
460.
460? All right. .476.
Top right here.
Looks like Matt is the winner.
Yeah, only off by 0.09.
How do you feel?
Pretty good. Yeah, it's just hard work, reward.
So yeah, we got a stage 3 on this with a monster triple and a catch can. So I just finished up the clutch yesterday, and now I'm starting to tear down on the motor, doing heads cam.
All right, we got Chris Nardi's car on the dyno. I believe it's got a forged bottom end, Concorded blower, meth, like just full bolt-on stuff like that. We're just doing pump, and we put a meth kit on it, so no E85 or anything like that. And, doing pretty good.
car came in about 2 or 3 months ago. Customer installed his own F1 Pro Charger kit, and it was really limited on fuel. It was making a lot of boost, so we had to really put a big pulley setup on it. So it's back now. I did a cam and our low side fuel system with flex fuel. So pretty much wrapping it up today. Should make about 850, I think is what the goal is.
$15 and it made 773. It's on straight pump gas, 17 pounds of boost. Fuel pressure is actually still holding solid, but duty cycle's getting up there at like 31%, which these things, really 40 is like the tops you can go before like the high side fuel system's maxed out. So it's got our low side on it, so fuel pressure itself is good on the low side. I guess it liked a little bit of timing. It's got like 17 degrees in it until about 6,000, and then it drops to 16 and a half, and it just made 817 from 773 before, so another degree and a half. Picked up like almost 40 horsepower, and I actually richened it up a little bit too. We're not able to do E on it. The fuel system is pretty much maxed out without meth. It's on straight pump right now. End up making 844, which is pretty killer for the combo. No meth, straight 93, 17 pounds. Changed a little stuff with the fueling, and I have 17 and a half degrees of timing in it right now. Super safe for what it is, honestly. It's just, it won't handle E. I mean, the fuel system is pretty much maxed out where it is now, and customers should be happy with that and ready to go.
This is the LS9 blower lid off this ZR1. It is getting upgraded bricks from Kong Performance just to help with, cooling, and they're modified so they won't collapse or deteriorate like these things do. Also getting the AN bricks for the front. I'll grab those. So here's the old setup right here that sits on front of and you have an in and an out. On the new setup for the ice tank, will sit on the front of the lids like that. And you'll see once I get the car together that it'll have, 4 AN lines coming out. right, 21 ZL1, in for ported blower, headers, big gulp intake and a lower. What's your guess?
595.
595. Oh, it's a manual, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with,
Got that 21 blower on it.
I'm gonna go with 587.
I'm about to say that. 580.
Bone stock. So it looks like we have a winner. Big Kyle with the win. What do you have to say? What do you have to say for yourself?
I'd like to thank the Academy.
All right. Think about that loss.
You know, I'll tell you what, I'm disappointed with General Motors at this point. You know, I thought the 21 was going to come out swinging, but just fell on its face instead.
Yeah, well, I was right there in the middle, and
Yeah,
Kyle gets the win.
Technically, you're supposed to take it out, the engine. It's what like the book time says. But since we leave it in, we have to get the steering rack out of the way so we can get the balancer off. And then once you get that off, and then you take the front cover off and get to your cam and everything. So it's just a matter of, you have to finagle the rack a certain way. So you like the subframe push down, and then you push the rack up, and it allows you to essentially just sneak into there and get it.
Got a Z06 in here for stage 3, heads, cam, headers, and Veraram intake. We just baselined it, made 451.
This 6th gen Camaro, it's a 2020, came in and has bolt-ons, intake, and a catback. Made about 375 through an auto, so pretty normal. But we're gonna more than triple that. It is getting our stage 5 package, which will be a CP piston and rod, our cam. We'll do probably valve springs if it's not getting heads. Obviously headers, our low side fuel system, our meth kit, ProCharge F1A 94. That's about it probably. So should make just over 1,000 wheel horsepower when it's done.